Welcome to In Step with Fort Riley. I'm Scott Rhodes. The 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team of the 1st Infantry Division recently returned to Fort Riley from a 9-month deployment to Kuwait. And not long after that, the brigade came under new leadership. A ceremony at Cavalry Parade Field marked the official end to the 2nd Brigade's deployment as the brigade and its subordinate units uncased their colors. Then a change of command ceremony was held as outgoing Commander Colonel Miles Brown handed over the brigade's colors to new Commander Colonel David Gardner. During their remarks, both Colonel Brown and Colonel Gardner praised the soldiers of the Dagger Brigade for their hard work and thanked the Central Flint Hills region for its support, albeit for different reasons.
We want to thank our community partners. It's not really community, it's kind of my family. And your program today, we have highlighted the unbelievable support we received on this deployment. But I want to say thank you again. From the bottom of my heart, we couldn't have done this without you. You truly have made this the best place to come home to.
You know, normally, your neighbors greet you with a plate of cookies. Here, our community and the Big Red One have greeted us with open hearts, the promise of friendship, and immediate inclusion as part of a larger family.
Colonel Gardner comes to Fort Riley after serving on the faculty of the School of Advanced Military Studies at Fort Leavenworth. This is his first tour of duty with the 1st Infantry Division. Meanwhile, Colonel Brown heads to Fort Carson, Colorado to take over as the 4th Infantry Division Chief of Staff. Cavalry Parade Field was also the site as Irwin Army Community Hospital, soldiers and civilians said farewell to outgoing Commander Colonel Risa Ware and welcomed Colonel John Melton during a recent change of command ceremony. Colonel Ware will be moving on to become the Corps-Specific Branch Proponency Officer for the U.S. Army Nurse Corps at Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Colonel Melton was the Deputy Commanding Officer at Womack Army Medical Center at Fort Bragg, North Carolina before coming to Fort Riley. He will oversee the opening of the new Irwin Army Community Hospital, scheduled for October of this year. Members of a National Guard unit based in nearby Manhattan, Kansas, recently took part in a joint training exercise with the 1st Infantry Division Artillery, and it was the Guardsmen who brought with them a piece of equipment that is unique to Fort Riley. Staff Sergeant Mark Nussbaumer with the 105th Mobile Public Affairs Detachment out of Topeka, Kansas, has the story.
The 130th Field Artillery Brigade maneuvered their high-mobility artillery rocket systems to the multi-purpose range complex located on Fort Riley, Kansas. The 130th FAB made the trip from their armory in Manhattan, Kansas to the MPRC to participate in a Total Army Concept training event with the 1st Infantry Division Artillery. The Total Army Concept is a joint effort between the National Guard, the active component, and the Army Reserves. HIMARS aren't commonly used on Fort Riley since there are no active units located on the facility. However, DeVarty and the National Guard participants frequently say the same things when describing the opportunity to train with other members of the same force.
It's a great way for them to get more opportunities to do this, and a great way for us to partner with First ID.
For the Kansas Army National Guard, I'm Army Staff Sergeant Mark Nussbaumer.
Before we leave you today, here are 3 things you need to know. The Fort Riley Post Library is hosting its Summer Reading Awards Party Saturday, August 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. If your child has 35 or more reading points, they're eligible to attend. The party will be held at the Post Library on Custer Hill, and pizza will be served. Call 239-5305 for more information. Sunday, August 7th, the Custer Hill Golf Course will hold a couples golf clinic. The fun starts at 11 a.m. Call 784-6000 for more information. And the Danger Blood Drive is scheduled for Tuesday, August 9th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Division Headquarters, Building 580. Go to room 110 to make your life-saving donation. For more information, call 240-2515 or 240-5505. And for more news and information about Fort Riley, check out the 1st Infantry Division Post newspaper, grab a hard copy from a newsstand near you, or visit onedivpost.com. You can also check out the Fort Riley website at riley.army.mil. I'm Scott Rhodes, and you're in step with Fort Riley. We'll see you next time.